Hi everybody, it is JNC here, and today we have the Hot Wheels draft video in honor of the NFL draft that was today.
Yeah.
Today was the last day.
Today was, rounds 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Yep. So, in honor of that, we have all 32 cars in 8 groups of 4, and we are going to each be drafting 4 cars from each group and racing them down, and the winners of each group, whoever car that was, will get the point.
Yep. So, what happens is we put all the cars. One person gets to start with the first pick overall.
Yep.
And for each group. So, if let's say Jonah will get the first pick for the first group, I would get the second, and we wouldn't snake it. We'd just go back and forth.
Yeah. So I would get the first pick of the first group. Caleb would get the first pick here. I would get the first pick here. Caleb would get the first pick there.
Yeah.
There's 4 rounds, so it's possible it goes into a 2-2 tie, and we have to do a tiebreaker. But we'll tell you guys what happens if we get there.
Yeah. So without further ado, let's get drafting. So here we go. On to the draft. It's kind of maybe a little tough to see, but
there is our first group. I think, yep, there we go. So here's our first group. Here we have Zoomer, Hot Rod, Roadster, Cobra, Tiger, Ocho, Turbo Junior, and Blue Racer.
So I don't know if Jonah said this exactly right in the intro, but it's not like whoever wins the group. It's like whoever has the best placement overall for the cars.
Yeah.
Like, you're not just picking the winner, you're picking, like, your whole group has to be good. You don't want, I'll pick Cobra and the rest, I don't really care who I get because I think he's going to win.
Yeah.
It matters where your positions are. If you have everybody in, 6th, 7th, 8th, and you have the first place, you'd probably end up losing.
Yeah. So we'll probably have to, quick cut the video and add up where things are.
Whatever place you get is the amount of points you get, and you want the lowest amount of points.
And you want the lowest amount. So here we are. I'll start with the first pick of this round, and this is honestly a hard one.
Got to get down to this camera here. I got to see you. See the thinking.
This is a tricky one. I'm gonna take Zoomer.
So with the first pick of this group, Jonah has selected Zoomer. So
Zoomer.
Just keep him.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Right there. I think this is where you guys can start seeing them. There we go. So now I need a counter pick for Zoomer. And what I've been seeing from watching videos recently is Ocho's surprising speed.
Okay.
He did great in the... Oh, yeah.
We'll separate them.
He did great in the Need for Speed.
Yep. All right, so my second pick here, and I am going with Cobra.
Yep, that one was probably pretty easy for him to pick, honestly. Cobra is one of those greats. So, the selection is very slim. 5 cars, all pretty similar from different eras. Yeah, I think every single car is from a different era.
Yep, that's true. We got OG, Rising Star, New, Fresh, Shining Star.
So
look at that.
This is a whole generation, all the generations in a row, not in order, but I think I'm just gonna go with the OG. He's been experienced. Tiger is my pick.
Nice. All right, next up, and this is a little bit of a tricky one, but I think I'm gonna try and count on a new car. Give me Turbo Junior.
Turbo Junior. All right. That's a solid pick. I'll give him that. One guy that impressed me a little bit in 2024 was Hot Rod.
Hot Rod. And I'm going to take Roadster here, which leaves Caleb for Blue Racer.
So here's our draft right now. Do we race him first, or do we just draft the whole time?
I think we
race.
I think we race too.
So
yeah, let's get on to the race. All right, so here we are. Our first race. Here's the track, by the way. You guys haven't seen it yet.
Just go straight down.
It's very simple. It's a kind of a big drop here, so these cars land hard.
Yeah, so we're trying a little bit of a different thing. Obviously, the draft is new, but also the camera being set up. It hasn't really been done a lot since 2019.
Yeah, this is kind of an OG setup. We got the camera set up rather than us holding it.
Yep. So since Jonah got to pick first, I get to put the car down first.
Yep.
That's how it will go. So I will be putting it down pretty much in order of what I drafted them.
Yep.
And we'll start right at this mark here. Right here. Alright, that's Ocho.
All right, Ocho, pretty good landing spot. I'm gonna go with, I think, Zoomer. Actually, Cobra. I'm gonna go with Cobra. I'm gonna start us out with Cobra.
So not the way he drafted them. It's interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna start off with Cobra here. I think he's not good when he has to go when there's already cars down the track. So I'm gonna try with Cobra. All right.
So Cobra does. It's hard for you guys to probably tell, but he is a little ahead of Ocho. So
Sorry if you hear my cat. Frank is going crazy right now.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
So that's not as good as my first race. So Tiger, let's see what he can do here. Yes.
Oh! Wow.
That is good. Let's go, Tiger. The OG bringing some heat into this
I
competition.
am going to try Roadster.
So Roadster, what can he do here?
Terrible.
Nice. He is behind Ocho. He's the bottom of the pack so far. So we reached down to 2 more cars, and it looks like we are. I think I'm winning.
Yeah.
So that's good for me. I'm gonna do some Blue Racer action. This is a little bit of a different idea here. And, you know,
That was the last
it
pick.
was gonna happen at some point. So
All right, I'm gonna go with Zoomer.
let's see.
Whoa, bounce! Oh, I think he's behind Tiger still.
Ooh,
This
that one might be a measurement there.
Wow, this might be close. All right, Caleb's last car is Hot Rod.
All right, Hot Rod, do something good. Nice.
Ooh, all right, pretty good for him. And my last car is Turbo Junior. Ooh.
I think Jonah might have won this one. It will be close. Tiger might be a little bit ahead though. Here,
I think, yeah, Tiger's ahead.
So here, let me pick this up. Here's kind of what the scope looks like. I think Tiger's a little bit ahead there.
Yeah. So I think Caleb had the best car with Tiger.
Yep. And here's Zoomer. Hot Rod is mine. Turbo Junior is Jonah.
Cobra's me.
Cobra's Jonah.
And then Ocho's Caleb. I'm Roadster. And then Caleb is Blue Racer.
So yeah. So that's 8 points for Blue Racer. You can just kind of do some calculations in your head.
So Caleb got 8 for Blue Racer. And then 6 from Ocho. That's 14.
14.
And then he got
First and third.
So 4.
22.
So 20. Wait.
So
18.
18.
18.
Well, I was at 14.
18.
I thought it was
18.
Okay.
Yep, 18. So for me, I had Zoomer in second. That's 2. I had Turbo Junior in fourth. That's 6. I had Cobra in fifth. That is 11. And then Roadster in 7th. That is 18.
Yeah, so 18 for Jonah, and 8 plus 6 is 14. Yeah, okay.
So Caleb.
Also at 18.
Yeah.
So we tied.
So we tied.
I did not expect that to happen right away, so.
Yeah. What are we going to do here?
I would say for the tiebreaker, I know I actually won, but I think it should be the car that won. Whoever had the car that won.
I agree.
So.
I agree with that. Yeah, I think that's a smart thing to go. So Caleb wins this one because of Tiger.
Yeah.
I think that's
So
we weren't expecting to tie in like one event. So I think that's the smartest way to go.
I didn't make that rule just for me. It makes the most sense.
It does.
We should have said that before, but we just didn't think it was going to happen.
So Caleb will take
round 1.
Round 1. So let's get to the second round of the draft. All right, here we are for the second round of the draft. I'm trying to get down more so you guys can see me. Here we go. So, in this round, as you can see, we have Delivery, Big Rig, Fire, Vampire, Albino, Drifter, Burnout, and Falcon.
Since Jonah picked first last time, I will get the first pick.
Caleb will get the first pick. Also, just want a quick mention, we hope you guys liked the 2025 Hot Wheels World Cup trailer.
It's a different
Yep.
World Cup than it usually
We
is,
are
so.
using all 32 cars. We'll get into more of the specific details later, but this is the last week of regular videos.
Yeah.
As you guys saw on the start date.
So every car in this video will be participating. It's not
Every single one.
It's not a selection made by us this time.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's get drafting here. My first pick, I'm gonna go with a recent winner of an event. That is your Fall Bash champion, Burnout.
Burnout. All right. Caleb takes Burnout.
There you go.
I'm going to go with my friend. My friend, Vampire.
Vampire. He is a classic racer.
There we go.
Solid pick there. I'm gonna go with another guy who's kind of, he's a locker room guy.
Okay.
No, he's done good in some good competitions. I think he complements Burnout pretty well.
Yeah.
So
Yep. My next pick here is going to be an OG, Fire.
Fire. That's a good pick. That's a fire pick there.
Fire.
All right. So
I don't really have a reason, but not the strongest group, so.
All right. So for my pick, I am going. Ooh, this is a tough decision here because. Okay. I'm torn between some of these cars here. I'm gonna go with Big Rig.
Okay. That's a nice pick.
Big Rig, he's been doing good with all these recent bounces and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to go with Albino.
Jonah takes Albino. I'll sneak up and grab Falcon.
And then
my last
I will
pick.
be stuck with Delivery. So there is our cars for this round, and let's get to racing these bad boys. All right, here we go.
So
Here we go. Caleb is up 1-0.
I'm up 1-0. I went first in the draft, so Jonah
Yes.
gets to start us off this time.
I'm going to start us off with Delivery.
Delivery. How will Delivery do? Let's see. Well, he is going to clog that track up.
That was the goal. I wanted to clog it up.
All right. Well played there. I'm going to go with my striker here. This is my big guy, my big guns. What can you do here?
Oh!
That is
right.
not what I wanted out of Burnout when I selected him.
Yeah, I mean, for your best car, you want him to go further than that.
Yeah.
All right, next up, I'm going to go with Albino.
Watching the NFL draft, all these years, the first pick, the first rounders, they don't always pan out. Sometimes it's those sneaky third rounders or so that can sneak up there.
Oh, rolls, but behind Burnout.
Burnout has him by about an inch or two. On to my second car. It's going to be Drifter.
All right.
I'm trying to get down in the lead early.
Whoa! He did some cartwheels between
That's a
them.
big jumping achievement, so everybody clap up
Yep.
for Drifter there.
All right, I am going to go with Vampire. Got to try and slip between Albino and Burnout.
Yeah, they're really clogging that area.
Let's
up.
see. Oh, bumps Albino ahead.
That gives Jonah an extra point there.
It does.
Takes away a point from me. I'm going to go with Big Rig. He's going to deliver a huge blow here. Not what I expected, but I guess I probably should have expected it. But
Yeah.
he's been doing good recently, so I was hoping it would kind of keep going.
I got my last car, Fire. Whoa! A
Yeah.
great bounce.
I definitely lost this round.
Wow.
Falcon, one last car. Hey, back up. You're probably in the camera. Oh. One last
Sorry.
car is Falcon.
Whoa! No! Caleb! Why did you always do this?
I don't know if that's enough.
Oh.
So if we counted Jonas first, we'll count Jonas first this time.
All right, so let's see. So we'll count backwards. So I had Delivery, that's 8. I had Vampire in 6th, that's 14. I had Albino in 4th, that's 18. And then I had Fire in 2nd, that's 20.
Okay, so I had Big Rig in 7, 7, so that's 7.
Mm-hmm.
I have Burnout in 5th, so that's 12. I have Drifter in 3rd, so that's 15. And then 1 point for Falcon to lead, that's 16.
16. So Caleb wins again. Caleb wins again.
So
Jeez.
basically, if you get 18, if one of us gets 18, it's a tie. We don't have to count it up anymore. If somebody gets over 18, the other person won.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Yep. So
Jonah, if he wants a chance at winning this and going to the next round,
I need to win the next 2 rounds and the tiebreaker.
Yep, the tiebreaker. I don't know if we announced what it is yet, but we'll find out if we get there.
Yes. So let's get on to the 3rd round. All right, on to round 3.
Here we go.
We are getting into some good cars here. So in this round, we have Duster, Joker, Aqua, Shadow, Off-Road, Yellow Jacket, Fire Truck, and Sharky. I get the first pick in this draft, okay? And for me, I am going to take Joker.
Joker. I would have taken Joker first as well. So
I was thinking about Yellow Jacket, but I'm going Joker.
yeah, I asked we're just gonna switch this up because I would have gone. I would have gone Joker, and I thought you would have gone Yellow Jacket. So we're basically just swapping the team at this point. Here we go.
My second pick, I'm gonna take Aqua.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Aqua.
My second pick is going to be that sneaky little off-road guy. He finds a way to get off the track as much as possible. Hopefully this episode is not sideways and it's forwards. So, off-road is on my team.
All right, I'm going to pick up one of my favorite cars that I've had, and that's Sharky. Love Sharky.
That is a big pickup there. No, he gives me a selection of these 3 cars. And one of them's been on a tear a little recently. That will be Shadow.
Okay, Caleb takes Shadow.
So,
and for me, I already have a big car, so I'm taking Duster.
He's taking Duster. You know, don't have a choice. It's Fire Truck.
There is our picks.
There's been some promise in him. You know, we'll find the good in him today. Watch this. First, he's gonna get first in this one.
Let's see. All right, here we are, racing in round 3. Caleb gets to put down his car first because I picked first.
Yep, so my first car going down is going to be my first pick. I think I've done this every single round so far. Might as well just keep it going.
Yellow Jacket for
Yellow
Caleb.
Jacket. He stings.
Wow.
He stings. He stings. That's a good one.
That's a good one for him. My car of choice here is going to be Joker. I'm going to do my first car as well.
Oh.
Ooh.
I think this is the moment Jonah realizes it might be over already.
Caleb's already up 2-0. Uh-oh.
This one, here's a sneak attack here. A right jab. Fire Truck.
What? Jeez.
Woo! Not first place, but he definitely did better than he was expected to, so I will take it.
All right, I'm going to put down Sharky. I don't know.
Is Sharky the counter?
Oh! Better bounce, but I don't even...
I think he's still behind Fire Truck.
Yeah, okay.
But there's been some collisions and stuff, so we'll see. Next up is a little bit of a wild card, a Joker you might say, or just an off-road, because there's already a Joker we have. But
Jeez!
he does that weird kind of stuff, and it gets him second place. So I have the top 3 cars.
Yeah.
This is sweeping coming here. I think I might take all top 4 positions.
Aqua, he's going to zip it down the track. Terrible.
All right, Shadow, what do you got? Let's see.
Caleb's just doing style points now.
Oh! Well, it had to end at some point. My luck can continue into the next round instead. So
Here's Duster for me.
Whoa! He snags a second. So this makes it a little more interesting, but
So I
still
guess
not close enough.
We'll add up my cars just to confirm. So I had Aqua in 7th, plus Joker in
Frank
6th.
appearance?
Oh, Frank. Watch out, Frank. Plus Joker in 6th. That's 13.
This was the gaming cat, by the way,
Yep.
back in the day.
And then I had Sharky, who's behind Fire Truck, in 5th. So now we're at 18. And then I had
Second place, that's
Duster in 2nd. So that is 20.
Yep, so.
Little closer than it was.
Yeah, I didn't think it was. So, yeah, I have first place. I have
Yeah, first, second, third, and then
No, first, third, fourth.
Oh yeah, first, third, fourth.
That's 8. Yeah, 16. So yeah.
Yeah.
The 8th place is kind of what threw us off.
Yeah.
Made it a little closer, but that is it for round number 3.
Caleb takes it, so he is guaranteed the win, but we're still going to race round 4 because we have some great cars. Let's do it.
Let's get ready for this.
All right, on to Group 4. Caleb is up 3-0. He's guaranteed the win.
Look at this group, guys.
But I can maybe take this one, but this group is absolutely insane. Me and Caleb pretty much think this is the best 8 cars on the channel.
Yep, so move your hand.
Just about.
There you go.
You could argue maybe not Dart, but
he has a car Olympics too.
He does. So this is pretty much the best 8 cars we have on the channel. It's just beautiful. There's just something about it. It looks amazing.
Get your picture now, everybody.
Get your picture. There we go. There's your picture. So, Caleb drafts first in this one.
So, yep. Real quick, we have Dragster, Sheriff, Hook, Dart, Red Police, Electro, Utopia, and Liftoff. Oh my gosh. So, basically thinking about this, picking the first car out of these 8 cars is like picking the GOAT.
It is. It pretty much is like, which we didn't really talk about, like who we think it is, but
we discussed it a little bit, but
we do behind the scenes.
I will tell you that we don't have a direct answer for you.
We don't.
So
it's hard.
It's not even like we're like, undisclosed GOAT. We actually don't really know. So this pick is gonna go based on what's been happening recently. I might regret this one. I don't know. He's a little bit old, but
okay.
Electro.
Yep, Electro. He has 3 straight podium appearances. Yep. First, second. Obviously, you can't.
He's been destroying in 2025. I will take that.
Yep. So I'm gonna take.
What's the counter pick? You always like recess football. Right. You want to be the first pick, but would you rather be the second pick? Because you're the counter for the first pick. They think you could beat the first pick. Right. So who does Jonah counter Electro with?
To counter Electro, it's the only car that... It's the car that did what he did, but in a more dominating fashion. Red Police.
Interesting.
Red Police.
Red Police. I thought you were going to go with Dragster there because he did the 3P and Electro couldn't.
Red Police because he also won a car Olympics, but in more dominating fashion.
So if this was 2024, I'd pick Liftoff. But, a new dawn is, a new age of JNC is here. Give me Utopia. Liftoff, he destroyed Liftoff this year, so I want him over Liftoff.
Me here, I'm going to again take the car who did the unthinkable and took down Electro in the World Cup.
I know who this is.
Hook. Woo! I don't know if he's the best fit for this course, but I'm hoping for a good bounce.
You can't ever go wrong with Hook.
Right, you can't.
So,
he's the, one of the best general cars out there.
I'm going to go with one of the guys I've given a nickname back a while ago. I didn't realize it's been this long since I had him, but give me Big Drag.
Oh, that was going to be my pick. All right.
This is a great squad for me also. You can't really go wrong with your squad here.
So, I love Sheriff, but he's been known to not do well in episodes like this. So, give me Liftoff.
Okay. So, yeah. I'm thinking about this hard and long. These guys, they fought at it in 2023. Went crazy in 2023. But this isn't 2023.
2025.
This is 2025, guys. And you know what season's coming up soon? It's Sheriff season.
Oh, bang! Woo! So I take darts. There is our groups.
Wow. This will be interesting. Big Boy and the ref, they like this matchup. They're ready. Let's get racing.
All right, here we go. The 4th round. Caleb is up 3-0, so he's guaranteed the grand win.
Going for the Grand Slam today.
I get to put the car down first because I got the second draft pick. So, here is my squad here. I am going to start off with darts. I'm hoping the track is clear, he can shine. Oh my gosh. That was just terrible.
The worst run of the day.
Oh my gosh, that was... I should have known. I guess he was the last pick.
So.
He was the last pick.
Okay. I want a guy that's fast. I want a guy that's a quick striker. But I can't do that.
Oh.
I've been picking the first car to go down every single time. Tradition is tradition. We're going with Electro, baby.
All right. And that's why you do it.
We will take that role.
One of the greatest. All right, next up here, I'm looking for Hook.
Hook. Can he hook onto a win? Ooh. Hooks onto that carpet, which is not where you want to be. All right. So now, who do I go with? Here's kind of like my military here. We got Big Drag, very explosive. He can get you a big bounce, but he's not super consistent. We have Utopia, blazing speed. Haven't really seen him much on courses like this yet. And we have Sheriff. When he wants to win, he will win. But this isn't a big competition, so he's not going to really do good. But we'll just go with Sheriff.
Drop that puppy down.
Get him kind of warmed up for World
Is
Cup.
he behind Hook?
Yep, he's behind Hook.
By the way, this is a great warm-up competition for these cars for World Cup.
Yep, all the cars are in it, so this is kind of like what you'll be seeing. You know, this probably won't, there's going to be group stages. These guys won't all be in the same group stage, obviously. But this could be like a nice, final 8 matchup.
Yeah.
Final 16, So you'll probably see some of these guys compete against each other during the World Cup. So
You will.
stay in tune for that.
I'm next going to go with a Liftoff. Jeez. Terrible. Caleb basically has secured this win.
All right. I am going to strike here with some speed. Utopia. Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Utopia is sitting next to Electro, who we just knocked off in the previous episode to stop the three-peat.
So my idea was I'm going to go with Red Police to try to, you can always count on him, but I don't think I can win. Oh my gosh.
Can't count on him today. And we'll finish the video off how it should be
Big
finished off.
Drag.
Big Drag.
A fan favorite. Jeez.
What do you know, guys? I win again.
Wow. So Caleb had first, second, third, and fifth.
So that's 10 points.
10 points. I had 22. Terrible. Just awful. I can never win these competitions, guys. I can never win these. I can never win these.
Yeah. Jonah will never win these.
I'll never win them.
I will actually
Ooh,
we
you can
give
see a
you-
little bit of damage.
a little behind the scenes here. This is not the first time we've done this. We actually did do this in the summer during Car Olympic season off camera. Normally we don't really tamper with the cars, mess with them, when we're not in videos because it just wears their wheels down. But
Yeah.
we had a nice day of filming. We just kind of came out here. We're like, let's do the draft. I won every single draft.
Yeah.
So I'm basically undefeated in drafts, off camera and on camera. So I don't know what it is.
That's how it goes.
I guess maybe I just know the Hot Wheels better than Jonah. Who knows?
Mhm.
But yeah, this is how it plays out. Obviously, I guess you could say Electro won
Yep.
for this group at least. But
All right. So, I guess.
it was a great video.
Yeah. So.
Very lengthy.
So, with that, we would like to say thank you guys for watching and stay in tuned because the greatest time of the year is coming up. And what is that? Summer.
Summer season, J&C. Grab some popcorn, sit back, kick back, and watch those World Cup and Car Olympics videos.
All right. We will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.